That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life.
All right, guys, going to be completely honest here with why I'm making this video. I am tired of answering this question. I am tired of having to go back and forth with people over DM on Patreon about this topic. And I know we have so many questions from so many different people who may not even have access to our DMs with the 2021 rookie class, and more specifically on how to evaluate these 2021 rookie picks. And I made a video about a month ago going through this and pretty much just telling y'all, hey guys, now's the time. Go buy these rookie picks before we talk about the class, before people just hear the same names: Rashad Bateman, Rondale Moore, Devontae Smith, Najee Harris. And y'all know the entire list because we've been talking about it for I don't know how long now. But I know a lot of people want to go out here and say, these rookies have not played a single down in the NFL yet. How are they valued like this in Dynasty Fantasy Football? How are you taking the rookie pick 103 in a Superflex League over a running back like J.K. Dobbins or Cam Akers, who have already put up great numbers at the NFL level, who have already looked like a 3-down running back? And I'm just going to be sitting here and telling y'all, go with the rookie. Go with the rookie pick. Trade for the rookie pick. And yeah, that's what this video is going to be. But before we get into it, one quick announcement. Guys, if you have not already, if you want to get involved with the Fantasy Flock Network on the main channel, on the Fantasy Basketball channel, on the Dynasty Fantasy Football channel, however y'all want to, please reach out to me on email, Twitter, Instagram. I'll leave it on the screen. And yeah, I am looking forward to hearing from y'all. What I'm looking for is for someone to create graphics, maybe someone to edit videos, maybe someone to record their own videos, or just do some research. Literally anything you have in mind on how you could improve the channel, I want to hear from you. Please reach out to me. But yeah, let's dive into this. Let's talk about how we should be evaluating these rookie picks and why I'm going to be telling you to always break the tie in valuing the rookie pick higher than the veteran. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do when we are drafting rookie picks in a Dynasty startup draft is you need to go through and not necessarily mark out your own Dynasty rookie rankings, but what you need to do is you need to have a decent understanding of the draft class and where the value is going to be and where the tiers are. So right now, I think we can all agree that there is a consensus around there being 2 top running backs in Travis Etienne and Najee Harris. Personally, maybe you have one running back over the other. Maybe you have a third running back that sneaks up in there into that tier 1. But we are not talking about your own rankings right now. We are trying to come up with consensus rankings and how these players are going to be valued in the Dynasty community and how these picks are going to be valued in the Dynasty community by the time your rookie draft rolls around. So we can sit here and we can go, you know what? There are 2 top tier running backs. After that, there are a couple guys that are jumbled up in tier 2. If we look at the wide receiver position, we have 2 clear guys at the top in Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith. I know a lot of people want to put Devontae Smith in a clear tier behind Jamar Chase, but with what he was able to do in 2019, outproducing both Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs, then coming out in 2020 and winning the Heisman Trophy. I mean, just a quick side note, guys. I am so tired of hearing people talk about how we need to completely ignore the Devontae Smith 2020 season just because of COVID, and we all know that generally those senior seasons at the wide receiver position are definitely overvalued because if you are a 22-year-old still in college and you have yet to declare for the NFL draft, that does not bode well for your future production. But Devontae Smith, he has that excuse. I mean, he outproduced Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs in 2019. What else do you want? And then also at the wide receiver position, we know that there is a giant tier of tier 2 players with Rashad Bateman, with Jalen Waddle, with Rondale Moore, with a couple other players that you're going to hear every analyst get a little bit high on. And then at the tight end position, you have Kyle Pitts, then a significant drop off. At the quarterback position, now this is going to be the one very intriguing spot. I think generally we are bad at trying to evaluate the quarterbacks a year out, just because draft capital rolls so much into their evaluation, where I think that we can look at the position right now and we can go, you know what, there are most likely going to be at the very minimum 4 quarterbacks drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. So we can include a tier of 4 significant players from that position in our rookie drafts. So if we are just trying to feel out the rookie picks right now, I mean, you have your 4 quarterbacks, you have your 2 top tier running backs, so we're already at 6. Then you have your tier 2 wide receivers that make up so many spots after Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith. So after Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith, you're looking at the 108, and then you're looking in a tier of tier 2 wide receivers. Obviously, the order for these players are not necessarily going to be 100% set for a good while. We're going to have to sit here and we're going to have to see how things shake out as these players go out and perform on their pro days, as we get a better idea of what kind of NFL draft capital that they are going to see. That's going to make this a lot easier to talk about, but we have to do it right now. I mean, these Dynasty startup drafts are kicking off. We're kicking off our own Dynasty startup drafts very, very soon on Patreon. So we are going to be having our own leagues where you're drafting your rookie picks within the Dynasty startup. And let's get into where these picks should be going. And let's get into why we are always going to be trying to hoard these rookie picks. And that is because of the stability. Okay, say you're at the very end of round 1 in your Dynasty startup draft and you're going, you know what? Should I take a Deshaun Watson or should I take the rookie pick 101? With the rookie pick 101 in a super flex league, I'm going to have the option of Trevor Lawrence. Possibly I will get the option of a 3-down running back if he lands in a good spot. Just say, I'm not projecting this to happen, but Najee Harris goes in the top 15 of the NFL draft. Just say Najee Harris lands with the team like the San Francisco 49ers and he gets that draft capital attached to him and he has a decent time in the 40-yard dash at his pro day. Obviously, these are things that we do not know yet, so you can't say that it's for certain. But what's great about taking the 101 in your rookie draft is what you are going to have is you are going to have all the data points before you have to make that selection. Obviously, if your rookie draft is happening before the NFL draft, that 101 pick is going to be inherently worth a little bit less just because we are not going to have those landing spots. We are not going to have that clarity, but the majority of the time, you will. The majority of the time that you are playing in Dynasty Fantasy Football, your rookie draft is going to be after the NFL draft. So, especially in a class like this where you have Trevor Lawrence to fall back on in a super flex league in case one of those running backs don't land in a fantastic spot with a great amount of draft capital, then you go, you know what? Who cares? I'm taking Trevor Lawrence. And if you are investing in that 101 pick and you have that kind of flexibility instead of Deshaun Watson, what happens if Deshaun Watson gets traded to the Jets? What happens if Deshaun Watson finds himself on a Houston Texans roster that has no help around him? I mean, it's going to be a very risky asset with a wide range of outcomes when you're investing into a Deshaun Watson, where I did not do the best job of explaining it, but with the rookie pick 101, that pick is so secure in the value just because you have Trevor Lawrence to fall back on and you have the outside shot of one of those running backs landing somewhere sweet like a San Francisco 49ers team, which obviously is not guaranteed, but we know we are just talking about different options. We are talking about what's in the range of outcomes right now for that pick. And what's great is once you get past the 101 pick, we know that the tier of players you're going to be looking at is still very similar. I mean, if you're talking about the rookie pick 103, Trevor Lawrence will be off the board by then, but then you're going to be looking at your choice between Jamar Chase, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, and a player like Devontae Smith, who I'm a little bit higher on than most. So at the 103, you're going to have multiple of those options available. You can go through, and what you can do with that selection is you can see who your best player available on the board is, give him the draft capital, give him the landing spot, combined with the fact that you are going to have that pick insulated. Like we are talking about, I cannot stress this enough. Say instead you take Clyde Edwards-Helaire over the rookie pick 103 in your Dynasty startup right now. Now, while CEH is a player that I'm not going to back away from, I had him as my rookie pick 101 after the NFL draft last offseason, and clearly I was wrong. And I know a lot of people are going to be coming out and going, Mason, he's still 22 years old. I mean, if you had him as your 101 last offseason, he should definitely be worth more than the 103. And I'm going, why? I mean, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire, just say, this is obviously a very specific example, but I think this is the easiest way I can make this point. Say Clyde Edwards-Helaire comes out in 2021 and he has another subpar season where he's a low-end running back 2, high-end running back 3. What is that going to do for his Dynasty Fantasy Football value? We are going to see Clyde Edwards-Helaire continue to fall, and at this point he will plummet in Dynasty Fantasy Football leagues and what you would be able to get with him for trade. Whereas on the other hand, say at that rookie pick 103, you take a Travis Etienne, and Travis Etienne also fails in his rookie season. What is going to happen with Travis Etienne's value? I mean, yes, it will fall slightly from that rookie pick 103 investment that you made, but just look at the rookies who failed to really make an impact in year one this past season. Look at the Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Look at where his dynasty value is currently, and while yes, you lost some value, he's not plummeting like another veteran would because he has that rookie insulation. You take the rookie, you are insulated even if he has a poor season, he is still going to be worth a significant amount a year from now. Whereas if you go with a veteran, if you go with a Mike Evans, and Mike Evans has a poor season, that value drops off so quickly. I mean, we see this time and time and time again. Pretty much any wide receiver that is past the age of 27, if he has a season where he does not put up a low-end wide receiver 1, a high-end wide receiver 2, the next year he's going to be worth significantly less than your investment into him. And if you take that same investment and put it into a rookie, and that same rookie fails, what we see is, yes, his price drop, but nothing close to the veteran. And also, on the flip side of that, say you are investing into the rookie pick 105 instead of Mike Evans. A very simple example. While yes, Mike Evans is most likely to outproduce whoever you select at the rookie pick 105 for the next 5 years, we understand that if you were playing Dynasty Fantasy Football at volume and you were just trying to get trades done where you're going to be able to accumulate value on your roster, the rookie pick 105 for you is going to be significantly more valuable in that Mike Evans, yes, he's a player that I love, and I actually think that he is a great buy low right now, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is understanding that those veterans, once you make the trade for them, or once you draft them over a rookie pick in your startup draft, what you were doing is you were making the commitment. You're going, you know what? Instead of drafting the rookie pick 105, where I can make that selection later on this offseason, or I can trade it for a profit, I'm going to be taking Mike Evans. Most likely, I'm not going to be able to sell Mike Evans for a profit. I'm going to be riding him out with his raw point total for the next 3 or 4 seasons. But on the other hand, you take that rookie pick 105. You have 11 other owners in your Dynasty League that are willing to trade for that pick because everybody has their own perception on what rookie running back value or what rookie wide receiver value is going to be there. And regardless of if it's there or not, regardless of if that player is actually going to outproduce Mike Evans, because you have so many more potential trade partners, and because we always continue to get more excited and more excited and more excited with these rookies as the offseason goes on, you have the capability of taking that rookie pick 105, possibly trading it, just say for the rookie pick 109 in a future asset. Just say you take it for the rookie pick 109 and you pick up another wide receiver like a Laviska Shenault. Then that kind of can snowball into you just stockpiling these assets that if you combine their hit rate, it far exceeds what Mike Evans could possibly give you. And we know that with a player like a veteran, that value is really going to be stagnant for the next few seasons, where if you can accumulate those assets in the form of future rookie picks and current rookie picks and give your roster that type of flexibility, that's how you accrue assets. I mean, that's how you turn your team into a juggernaut. And we see this time and time again in dynasty startups where people go, I hate the value of these rookies right now. Why is the rookie pick 201 going over Tyler Boyd? Do you know what Tyler Boyd's going to give you? And I'm going, you know what? The rookie pick 2.01 gave you last year in a super flex startup. The rookie pick 2.01 could have given you Justin Jefferson. It could have given you Justin Herbert. It could have given you T. Higgins. And while not all of those players were falling to that pick every single time, you can kind of bet your ass that at least one of them were falling into that range where you were able to go out on a limb and take your guy. That's why the rookie picks are so valuable, because when they hit, they skyrocket. When they miss, they barely go down in value, and they are the most flexible assets for your Dynasty Fantasy Football roster in making trades. So if you are in a startup draft right now and there are rookie picks available on the board, and you ask me, should I go with the rookie pick 103 or player X, considering we are so early on in the offseason and how the value for those picks is going to maintain, if not increase, throughout the course of the offseason. And it does not matter what free agent moves are made. It does not matter if we have any weird injury news like a Deebo Samuel in the offseason last year. That pick is going to maintain its value, and you can flip it for more. I am always going to be going with the rookie pick. Now, I know that this was a very different video where I was kind of all over the place. I did not necessarily have anything mapped out. Let me know what y'all think of these videos compared to where I just go through and I talk about players. Let me know if this is actually helpful for y'all, because whenever I think these thoughts, I mean, it makes a ton of sense for me. I don't know how well I am doing in articulating them where it's easy to understand what I'm saying. But yeah, give me any feedback that you have in the comment section below, because I really need to know if I should be making more of these videos, if I need to be making more player evaluation videos, or continue to do the mix that we are right now. But yeah, let me know. Very interested in your comments. And yeah, thank you guys. If you have not already, drop a like, subscribe. It helps out the channel so much. And I'll see y'all with the video tomorrow.